At the time, I just felt like you was with them. I can't catch them. They're probably going to catch me. So I'm going to do something to you to send a message to them before they can do something to me. So I grab them by the book bag with my left hand, and I'm talking about, I swing so far back. Like my knuckles was probably touching the ground. That's how far I cocked my arm back. And I just swung, and like it was a car right here, because it's like we was near the street. So it's a car right here. I'm holding on to him with my left, and I hit. All right, check this, right? Real quick disclaimer before we even start this video, so I know if this video is for you. If you're the type of person that call Nike Air Force Ones, this video is probably not for you. Everybody know them sneakers is called Uptowns, not Nike Air Force Ones. I'm just saying. And if you're the type of person that be driving, talking on your cell phone, know you can get a ticket for driving, talking on your cell phone, and you see a police car, but instead of you actually getting off the phone, you just put it on speaker and still hold it to your face, this video is probably not for you. Like, bro, the whole purpose is to not be driving with the phone in your hand. Like, whether it's here or here, you still get the ticket. This video is probably not for you. And last but not least, if you're the type of person that gets fired from your job, and you still show up like nothing happened, this video might not be for, you know what? This video might not be for Donald Trump, because I could have sworn he didn't get impeached once, but he got impeached twice. And he still showed up to work. Like, can you imagine that? Getting fired from your job and you still show up the next day like, good morning, everybody. Let's be productive today. Like, wasn't you fired yesterday? Well, anyways, these disclaimers had absolutely nothing to do with this video, but let's get started.
They can't stand the facts. A lot is insane, they can't stand his raps. I'm so buffalo like I'm Bandana, black from the 716. We determined and we discipline. Oh, that's your man, better get him for you missing that. DJ Bandana.
Yo, what's good? It's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag I am Buffalo. Do me a favor, please. Could you do me this favor? The little red little bar at the bottom of this joint that says subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. And at the end of this video, if you enjoyed the video or if you laughed at the intro or anything like that, be a player and do the thumbs up. And if you just super cool, maybe share this video on Facebook or Twitter or something like that. But listen, I want to say this up front. Before I even start this video, the last couple days, we've been doing our live videos, the Blackout with DJ Bandana Black. That's Tuesday through Friday at midnight on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And a lot of people have been asking me for more storytime videos. Now, the reason why I'm not dragging on the storytime videos, but my life has been kind of wild. There's been times when I've recorded some of these storytime videos, and I'll get 10 minutes into the video, and in order for me to finish the video, I need to say a certain part of it, and then I'll say it like, nah, that's probably going to get my man locked up. So I'll just delete the whole video. But this video, I can actually share with you guys, and this is actually going to have a positive note to this video. Yes, I know you're probably reading the title like, I regret beating my man up. I honestly do regret beating my man up. And by the way, we're cool right now. So I want to say these two things up front in this video is that, one, looking back at the situation, as a man, I can say I was wrong. At the age that this actually happened, I gotta be honest, Joe. I didn't feel I was wrong back then. I'm gonna keep it G. I didn't feel I was wrong. I feel they was wild. They was bugging. I'm gonna tell you the whole story. But now, as a grown man, I can say that honestly, this situation is probably one of two situations ever in the streets. And when I say the streets, I'm talking about just growing up in the hood or like that. That I honestly can say I regret. I honestly regret that this whole situation happened. I regret that it happened to him, because honestly, this wasn't even my homie. Like, this was like my bro. This was my man. Like, we literally lived 6 houses away from each other. Like, we hung together every day. And I know you probably think like Bandana Black, that's kind of messed up. And you know what? You're absolutely right. It is messed up. That's why I'm explaining it to you and accepting the fact that I was absolutely wrong in this situation. And number two, I want to say in this situation is that you got to be careful. And this is kind of related to this, but you got to be careful what you do, because you can't tell somebody how to react. I'm going to always say that. Like, with me, I'm the type of person where there's no middle ground with me. You're always going to know where you stand with me. But if we ever get into a situation, you can't tell me how to react. Like, me personally, I'm going to take every situation to the extreme, only because the area that I grew up in, they probably going to take it extreme if it happened to me. So that's just how I grew up. So let's get this story started, right? So you guys requested another story time, and this is the story time about how I regret beating my man up. So this was years ago when this happened. I'm not going to say his name in this video, even though he told a couple people. The reason why I thought about this is because, this summer, we were all hanging out, and he just randomly told everybody that I beat him up. Like, I never said anything about this. Only, a couple people knew. It was only about 4 or 5 of us out there. But he shared the story, and I figured I can tell this story, get a story time off of the channel, kind of entertain some people, and end this off on a positive note where sometimes you can look back as a man and realize that you were absolutely wrong. Sometimes part of growing is realizing that you were wrong in a situation. I can honestly say that I was wrong in the situation. At the time, I felt that he was wrong in the situation. But looking back at it, everybody was wrong in the situation. So this is what happened, right? So I grew up in an area called Central Park. That's the east side of Buffalo, New York. I'm from a street called Dewey Ave. Actually, I ain't gonna say that because y'all might know who I'm talking about, but we're both from the same area, whatever. So, anyways, there's two high schools in our area. There's one high school called Burgard, which is actually in Central Park, and then there's another high school called Bennett, which is like, it's not technically Central Park, but they all like within walking distances. Now I went to both because I got kicked out of Burgard for the story time that I was telling you where I beat dude up and tried to throw him out the window. I got kicked out of Burgard and I had to go to Bennett. But this is before all of that happened. So long story short, we'd be walking back from Burgard High School, and the main street that we walk back on is Fillmore. So me and the guys that went to Burgard, now this is why I say this whole thing is foolish, because we was all from the same neighborhood. Like, looking back on it, we were all from Central Park. Like, this should have never happened. Somebody should have said, like, yo, we're kind of like family, bro. We shouldn't be doing this. But nobody said it, and this is the truth about what happened. So we were walking back from high school, me and probably about 4 or 5 guys from my neighborhood walking on this side of the street, and then my man, damn, I almost said his name, but my man was walking on the other side of the street. So we're walking this way down Fillmore, and he's walking this way down Fillmore. We're on this side of the street. He's on this side of the street. So every day he'd be walking with these two guys, which is from our neighborhood also too. Shouts out to them. We're on okay terms. One of the guys, we super cool. That's my man. The other guy, we're on okay terms. And I'd be walking with probably like 5 or 6 people with me, because majority of the people from at that time from Central Park went to high school with me. So as we're walking down the street, I would see him coming down the street. Like I said, this was my man. Like, we was in a rap group together. Like, if we went to the store and I had $1, he had 50 cents. If he had $1, I had 50 cents. That's how close we was. And this is honestly why I regret this situation. So we're walking down the street. You know, you see your man walking down the street. I'm like, yo, fam, what's good? He kind of just kept it moving. And the other two guys, not saying we had beef, but our area where we grew up at is kind of different, because like, even though it's all the same neighborhood, it's kind of broken down to different streets. So like, we weren't from the same street, but we were from the same neighborhood. So they kind of, I felt at the time they were kind of like trying to play me, because I was saying what's up to him. He was looking like he was, I'm not gonna say scared, but maybe nervous to say what's up to me. But I'm like, yo, we all from the same neighborhood. What's the problem? And the two guys that was with him just kind of like screw facing me. One of them might have had said something, I don't know, but I didn't really think too much of it. So a few days later, we walking down. Same time after school, walking down the street, I see him, the same 2 guys as me, 4 or 5 guys. And same thing, yo, what's good, fam? And he kind of just kind of keep it moving. Now, mind you, at this time, we wasn't hanging out as much as we was when we was kids, so I didn't know, like, is it a problem? So I just think nothing of it. So, like, you know what? I'm the type of person where I don't really react off of emotion. I kind of react off of my brain. Like, I kind of think things through. I'm one of those type of people. So, you know, I was like, you know what? Tomorrow when we leave school, I'm gonna stay a little bit later, and I don't know whether it's because the guys that I'm walking with, maybe he didn't want to say something. So the one day I wind up, either I stayed later or I left early. I didn't wind up walking with the guys that I usually walk with, but I still see him and the other 2 guys. So as I'm walking by and I see him and the other 2 guys, I'm like, yo, what's good, fam? And he had the same reaction. So I'm like, yo, what the hell is wrong with this dude? I was like, all right, so that's what it is. That's what time we on? All right, I'm gonna see y'all. I'll be back. So I went down the street. This is when I lived on Fillmore. Fillmore and Phelps, like right across the street from Wakefield. So him and the 2 guys wind up still walking down Fillmore. So they're standing on the corner of Fillmore and Dewey. That's actually the block that I'm from. At the time, I wasn't living on Dewey. I was living on Fillmore and Phelps. So I get all the way home. I think about it. I was like, yo, that's my man. Like, why is he acting like that? Then the other side of me thought about it. Like, well, the other 2 dudes was kind of screw-facing me. And you know how I was saying about the whole boxing thing? Like, I wouldn't willingly box anybody, because at the end of the day, whether I win or lose, I'm going to be afraid that you're going to clap me. So I'm probably just going to skip that whole process and clap you first. So as I got to the house thinking about it, I was like, you know what? They probably gonna jump me. I'm probably gonna get clapped or something. They probably gonna jump me. So, Black, you probably need to react and do something now. Like, don't wait, go now. So I got dressed, grabbed. I almost said something incriminating. I got dressed and made sure I was okay to go back down the street to where they was at. So as I'm walking back down, now mind you, this is my block that they're standing on. So as I walk down the street, I get maybe 5 or 6 houses away from where they're at. So it's him, the 2 guys, and it's like a female that's standing there. So one of the guys like connect eye contact with me, and he just take off running around the corner. The other guy kind of look at me, kind of back up, and he take off running around the corner. Now, the guy that I told you was my friend, he's standing on there with a book bag on, just chilling, talking to the girl. He ain't take off running. I don't know why he didn't take off running. I don't know whether he was, like I said, this might have been a misunderstanding, miscommunication. So when I go around the corner, they're standing on the side of the corner, so I'm like, yeah, they're definitely about to jump me. So they start running, so I start chasing. I'm talking about, listen, bro, I chased these dudes probably for like 4 or 5 blocks. I'm talking about full speed for like 4 or 5 blocks. And when I say 4 or 5 blocks, I'm talking about 3 or 4 houses. I was fat and out of shape. So it felt like 4 or 5 blocks, but it was probably like 3 or 4 houses. But it's like 3 or 4 houses and the asthma kicked in. So the one guy was like, yo, I'm about to go grab the ratchet, which I told you that's how they play where I'm from. He said, I'm about to go grab the ratchet. And the other guy was like, well, I'm about to go get my cousin. So me thinking fast is like, probably going to get clapped and jumped. My man who was with them, who didn't stop this, who didn't do anything, is standing around the corner. So as I come back around the corner, I'm out of breath. I'm about to go home and make a call, and I'm saying it's just whatever it's going to be is whatever it's going to be. But as I come around the corner, he's still talking to the girl, just chilling all willy nilly, like ain't nothing happening. So, and this is the part I gotta say this again. I absolutely regret this. Me and him is cool right now. This is my man. Like I said, this is not even, like this ain't even my man. It's like my brother growing up. So as I come around the corner, like I told you, he had the book bag on. So what I did was, again, I have to emphasize, I do regret this. I was absolutely wrong for doing this, but at the time, I just felt like you was with them. I can't catch them. They're probably going to catch me. So I'm gonna do something to you to send a message to them before they could do something to me. So I grab him by the book bag with my left hand. And I'm talking about, I swing so far back. Like my knuckles was probably touching the ground. That's how far I cocked my arm back. And I just swung, and like it was a car right here, because it's like we was near the street. So it's a car right here. I'm holding on to him with my left, and I hit him with the right. And as I hit him with the right, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking about just, I got a nice little pre-planned 14 piece for him. But the first hit, I ain't gonna say he fell asleep, but his body just dropped, but I was hanging on to his book bag. So as I'm hanging on to his book bag, he fall, and I kind of fall down with him, and my mouth hit a car. So my mouth is bleeding now. So now I'm mad. So I ain't gonna get into details of what happened, but I take everything to the extreme. So by the time actually, I'm skipping a part. So as I'm doing that, all I feel is a hand behind me. So I'm thinking it's the guys coming back around the corner. So I just swing. I hit a lady, one of my mom's friends that lived next door to us. She was trying to break it up. Like, no, stop. You're going to kill him. You're going to kill him. But I didn't know. I thought I was about to get jumped in and clapped. And I'm beating somebody, and I feel a hand. I can't, that part of the story, I'm not wrong for. Like, I don't condone domestic violence or hitting women, anything like that, too. But I didn't know it was a female. So as I'm beating him, I just feel a hand. So I just swing back, hit her. I ain't jaw her, nothing like that. She probably just got brushed in the shoulder. So she pulled me off of him. Like I said, I ain't gonna get to the details about what else I did like that too. Like I said, that's my man at the end of the day. And we're all grown now. So that situation happened. I wound up breaking my wrist again during that fight, and I had a whole swollen lip because, like, I don't know why I got mad that my lip got bust, but it wasn't his fault. Like, I was holding on to him and he fell. It was my fault for hanging on to him, and I hit my mouth on the car and I started bleeding. I just went it. Like I said, and I ain't gonna get into details, but when I say I take everything to the full extreme, because I know that on the other side of that, it can come to the full extreme to me, that's pretty much what I did. Like I said, I regret that situation. Honestly, just telling this story, I honestly feel bad. That's one of two things ever in the streets that I can think of that I honestly can say that I regret. Like, if I can go back in time and maybe change that situation, I honestly would. Only because at the end of the day, it was really stupid. Like, we all were wrong because, one, we're all from the same neighborhood. Like, these people, like, we know each other. Like, if it was an issue, we could have just hashed it out then, or even like I said, the first couple times that I seen him, he kind of just did that. The guys that I was with was ready to do whatever to them. They were outnumbered. It was 3 of them. It's probably like 6 or 7 of us. But I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. But then when he said, I'm gonna go get the ratchet, and he said, I'm gonna get my cousin, all I thought about was, I'm gonna get clapped, I'm gonna get jumped, so I gotta do everything I can do right now. So honestly, that's what I did, and that's the story time that I have for you guys today. I want you guys to hop in the comments though and let me know, was I wrong? Like, honest, I'm admitting that I'm wrong, but in that situation, what would you do? Like, what would you do in that situation? We're on the east side of Buffalo, where even if, like, where I'm from, if somebody beat you up, they probably still gonna clap you after it. So that's when I was saying the whole thing about the boxing, I was reading some of the comments and people was like, oh, you scared to box because you said you wouldn't willingly fist fight anybody. No, I still stand on that. Maybe you're not reading between the lines of what I'm actually saying, but I'm not willingly fist fighting anybody. Now, if I have to, if it's a situation where I need to get up out of there, then yeah. But I'm the type of person where if it's to that level, if it's to that extent of we got a fist fight, I'll probably be like, you know what, man, it ain't even an issue, man. You got it, da-da-da. And then 2 weeks later, you wind up getting clapped or hit by a stolen car, anything like that, then I act all shocked like I don't know what happened. Like I said, I don't really act off of emotion or feelings. I act off of thinking, because if you randomly get hit by a stolen car 2 weeks later, they ain't had nothing to do with me. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, y'all hop in the comments, let me know how y'all feel about the situation. Also, please make sure you check out our live that goes down Tuesday through Friday on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. But I'd rather you watch it on YouTube or Twitch at DJ Bandana Black. That goes down around midnight. Other than that, y'all be safe. Remember, like I always say, life is what you make it, so make it. DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag. And I gotta say again, I was wrong as a man. I wish I could take that back. Mr. Hashtag, I am Buffalo. I'm out.
Warning. 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 Tonight's forecast is a total blackout.
You know what that means, baby.
It's the blackout with DJ Bandana Black.
Yeah, it's your boy Taj, man. I want to give a big shout out to my brother, my guy, DJ Bandana Black. The Blackout, Buffalo stand up. God Squad, Free Dick Wolf, Leo.
What's good, Buffalo? This your boy Uncle Murder from Brooklyn, East New York. And you already know I'm rocking with the homie DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, the Blackout.
This the king of Philly, Gilly the Kid, and kings only rock out with kings, so you know I'm rocking out with my man DJ Bandana Black, aka Mr. I Am Buffalo. Huh?
Hey, yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Spills, and you are now tuned into The Blackout, hosted by DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. You already know we got love for you. Westside stand up.
DJ Bandana.
They can't stand the facts. A lot is insane, they can't stand this raps. I'm so Buffalo like I'm Bandana Black. I'm from the 716. We determined and we discipline. Oh, that's your man. Better get him for you missing that.
DJ Bandana.